Dozen eggs, pound of bacon, can of tomato sauce. Oh, and don't bring home the store brands like you did the last time, Harry.
Okay.
You always say okay, and then you bring home the generic brands. They all got those white labels with the big black letters on the cans that say things like beans.
We hate beans. Don't get any beans, Dad, okay?
Okay. This, please.
My hat!
And Wesley gone.
Come on, Reese, my hat!
Here.
No, throw it over here.
Is that him?
No.
Never mind, I'm talking to your father.
Yeah, that's him. Okay. You two be good. I want you to listen to your aunt. Don't give her any trouble, okay?
And don't you get us any beans.
Okay.
Hey, kid, I want to talk to you.
Me? Where's she going?
No, you, the one who got my brother in trouble. You don't know who you're messing with, kid.
What's your problem, lady?
You're my...
What are you doing? You
Hey,
get in the car.
My brother never hit a kid in his life, but I can't swear for myself, you little punk.
That's great. That's just great. Get out of here.
I'm going. I mean it.
What's going on, Dad?
Nothing. Not a thing. Now, you see what you did?
You're my kid brother. I gotta look out for you. Now remember, name brands only.
Charlie, where's my hydrogen sulfide?
I have no idea.
I thought you were handling requisitions now.
That's still Felspar's department. I'm just a flunky in the rubber room, Gus.
Felspar just had surgery. He'll be out for weeks.
If I were you, I'd start looking for experiments with water. Roberta, I just three-hole punched these things for you.
Thanks, Charlie.
It was such a challenge.
Hey, Charlie, did my paints come in?
Not so as you'd notice.
Hey, Mr. Turner, can you sign my proof of attendance?
Miss Callahan will do that for you.
Why didn't you do it?
School board code number 554A. A suspended teacher is not allowed to interact with the student population. I am, however, allowed to type, to file, to staple. Stapling is my life.
We know you're on suspension, but what we don't know is if you did it. Did you cheat on the competency test, Charlie?
Why don't we ask Harry? Yo, Harry, how about it? Did I cheat or did I not cheat?
Don't start with me, Charlie.
A little snappish this morning, Earl? What could be the matter? It's okay, Harry. I understand how you feel. Pretty soon, you're going to understand how I feel.
Listen, when Dale Wesley comes in, could you have him come into my office, please?
Sure, Harry.
Thanks, babe.
Rumor has it that Barnes is going to be joining me soon. Two old pals together in the rubber room.
I hope everybody remembered those papers on the Hunchback of Notre Dame are due today.
Oh, my dog ate my paper, Miss Newhouse.
Sorry, one grade off for each day late. So you have them. Start passing them forward. Would you gather the papers and put them on my desk, please?
Okay.
I just don't know. I got mine done.
Johnny, you're not in this class.
That's what they told me at the office. They said I have a free period till I get reassigned.
That's right.
What are you trying to prove?
I've got a class to teach.
Nice. I get beat up for you. You throw me out of class.
Why don't you spend that time thinking about what you're doing to Mr. Barnes's career?
I did mine Tuesday.
Grab your paper.
I'm getting tired of calling you in here, Wesley.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Barnes.
Now, that's 3 times that we found missing items in your locker. What do I have to do to drill into your head that when it says school property, that means that it belongs to the school?
I just find stuff.
Yeah, other people's stuff. What am I going to do to get through to you?
I thought I was going to hit him.
I'm sorry, I know it's terrible.
I mean, some of these kids must actually believe that story.
How could anybody believe it?
Well, let's just hope the school board doesn't if it gets that far.
How could they? He broke into my apartment, for God's sakes.
That's not the way he tells it. I mean, he was trying to return your key, remember?
Oh, right, yeah, and you saw him there and then beat him up the next day in a jealous rage. Come on, nobody is going to believe that.
Well, my word against his bruises.
Our word. Don't give up before the fight.
I'm not. I got too much at stake here. I can lose everything.
Okay.
My career, my license. Follow me for the rest of my life.
You're not going to lose anything, Harry. You didn't do anything wrong.
Try telling that to Dale Wesley.
He's tough, man. Good guy.
Watch out for him. Careful.
You can't give this test, Mr. Lippman.
Oh, why is that, Raj?
No pop quizzes, you promised.
I never said any such thing.
You did!
You can't fake your way out of it, Raj. Take these. Now we're going to take this test now. Pass them back.
No!
Oh, you like this game, Raj? Oh. Hey, Whittington, how you been, man?
How you been, man? I've been fine, man. So, you are in this hellhole. I heard it, but I didn't believe it.
Be nice.
Oh, I can do more than be nice. I can save your life. I can save your sanity.
Chill out, campers!
And I can save your grasp of standard English.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
I can offer you a real job at a real school, teaching real students.
I'm suspended, huh?
I put it off as long as I could.
Damn.
It's a formality. It's not an assumption of guilt. You're going by the book.
I know. So what's next?
You gotta work in the administration office till the hearing.
You want me to work in the rub room with Charlie? I don't think so, Joe.
You have no other choice.
Sure I do. I can always go home.
Wise up. How do you think that's gonna look? No matter how painful it gets, you stay here. We're gonna lick this thing. Harry?
Teaching. I should have played first base for the New York Yankees.
Why didn't you?
They never asked.
Myself a new bike.
Yeah, we do that because
It's gonna cost me $60. Now if I get a bike, I'm gonna go over. Did you get there?
Holding up the lamppost, Johnny?
Oh, I'm standing. No, I'm just waiting for someone to pick me up.
Well, your father was supposed to come by my office yesterday. He never showed.
Oh, yeah? Well, sometimes he works late and he sleeps during the day. I gotta go.
How'd you like to introduce me to your father, Johnny?
Pop, this is Mr. Danzig, the principal. Oh, right. Hi. How you doing?
Oh, not too good, Mr. Reese. I can't afford to lose good teachers.
What's he talking about?
I'm talking about Harry Barnes, teacher Johnny accused of hitting him.
The teacher hit my kid? It's the first I heard about it.
You didn't tell him? He had a black eye and bruises for a week. I'm surprised you didn't ask him.
Well, I figured he got into a fight.
You don't seem too concerned. I was just wondering if Johnny had his facts straight.
I didn't raise my son to be a liar, Mr. Danzig. If that's what he told you, then that's what happened.
Maybe you could come in now. We could talk about it.
Well, you know, I'd like to. It's just that I got a lot of work to do now.
My time is your time. Pick a day.
You know, it's hard for me to make time.
Thursday at 3. I'll have my secretary pencil it in.
So what's this with the teacher hitting you?
What, you want me to tell him it was you?
Hey, don't get wise with me, kid. You could have told him that you were in a fight.
Yeah, I could have.
So how come a teacher?
I got my reasons.
You all right? Carol!
Pregnancy is definitely for younger women.
Morning sickness?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'd forgotten how much fun it could be.
How about I take the day off?
I've got a job too, remember?
How about we both take off?
How about you get your coat?
You know, I don't remember it being this rough when you were pregnant with Josh or Suzanne.
Neither do I. God, that seems like decades ago. God, that was decades ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe it's too hard on you. We've got to consider your health.
Come on, I'm healthy. Even with the risks. We can't just write it off that way.
Then you want to have it.
I didn't say that.
What if I said I want the baby?
Do you?
Just asking.
Who's gonna move first?
I don't know. I can't come to a decision.
Neither can I.
Harry. The blue folders are for the classroom status reports. The red folders are for... The red folders are for... The requisition form. Good. Now, what have we learned here?
How to color code meaningless information so that it can be safely retrieved in the unlikely event that anybody should ever want to see it. A prodigy. Golly, if I knew how much fun this could be, I'd have gotten myself suspended years ago. Rubber room.
Charlie. Good morning, Harrison. Hi, can I help you?
Hey, that's my staple.
Oh, I didn't steal it, Harry. I only borrowed it. Are you going to turn me in again?
Don't start with me, huh?
Hey, I thought we were developing a meaningful hostility. Suspension getting to you, pal.
No way, buddy. I love it. Especially because I get the pleasure of your company.
You also get the pleasure of a hearing, just like me.
Yeah, but unlike you, my hearing is for something I didn't do.
How could you suspend him?
Sarah, I have a lot on my mind.
You call that an answer?
I had no choice. Kid makes a charge like that against a teacher, there's an automatic investigation.
And how long will that take?
Oh, you've heard the wheels of justice turn slowly? This board is still a few years away from inventing the wheel.
But Harry could never hit a student.
I never thought he did. The kid comes to class with bruises. Who do you suspect?
Another kid or his parents.
My money's on Reese's father.
Okay, then let's get him in here.
If only life were that simple. He bobs and weaves like a featherweight.
Well, then what about social services? Maybe he's got a history of child abuse.
I tried cutting through that red tape. No luck so far.
I just hate seeing him that way.
Better?
It's no solution.
Don't look for miracles from a principal who's minus a dean of boys and a vice principal. Which brings us to you.
Me? Oh, no. I can't do that. Not with Harry going through what he's going through.
It'll take your mind off him. It'll be good for you.
No, it won't.
Then it'll be good for me.
Look, I've only been here 11 months. You've got teachers that have been here for years. Why don't you pick one of them?
They're not as good as you. Look, you want to stand around and brood about Harry, or do you want to lose yourself in extra work?
Forget it. I don't want to be Jack Felspar.
How much of this does my insurance cover?
100% of the hospital cost and 80% of the surgery.
So 20% of... Oh, my God. 3 bypasses? I thought I had 2. 3. I give you this. I'm not going to have money to pay my mortgage payment.
I know. Aren't medical costs just a crime?
I'm just glad I sent my wife to get the car. I don't want her to see this till she can paint her own home.
Have a nice trip home, Mr. Felspar.
Home? For 23 years, I've never been anywhere at 10 a.m. on a weekday but school.
You are the men and women of Darwin Prep. You are the best, the brightest, the finest that private education has to offer. And I expect you to show Mr. Lippman exactly what you are capable of. Paul Aiken. Now is the winter of our discontent.
Richard III, sir. Act 1, Scene 1. In fact, Line 1.
Richard Fowler. What is the formal name of the common market?
The European Economic Community, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, Godwin Katende. Anything?
This is Darwin Prep. Anything.
True or false? The plural of auditorium is auditoria.
To give a foreign plural to a naturalized noun is pedantic and shows bad taste.
Debate? You accepted a challenge to a debate?
With your approval, of course.
What's the subject?
Resolve that private education is inherently superior to public education.
I don't know.
You should have heard him, Mr. Danzig. This guy acted like there was not a kid at this school who can tie his own shoes. I want to show him what Harrison High can do.
Are you sure you don't want to show him what Matthew Lippman can do? I probably don't need to remind you of this, but I will anyway. A lot of our students have pretty shaky self-esteem. We don't want to set them up for failure. So take it easy. Proceed at a realistic pace.
I can go ahead?
Careful.
Thank you.
Excuse me, wet baby.
Babies in classes. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah. So, what do you think of becoming a father these days, Lippman?
Becoming a father?
Yeah.
I don't know. With the world the way it is, I guess the guy ought to be a little older, you know? More mature.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 30, 32.
Come on, Mr. Barnes, I'm in mourning.
Right.
I'm not buying this, Zap. No, Mr. Barnes, it's true. My uncle went like that. I had to go to the funeral. So I missed my midterm.
Didn't your uncle die last year, too, around midterms?
That was my cousin. I've been having a lot of tragedy in my family lately.
Yeah, guess so. Dropping like flies.
So you gonna sign this makeup form for me?
It's okay, Harry. I'll take care of this.
I can handle this.
Zappa, why don't you wait for me in my office?
You got an office?
Mr. Felspar's office. There.
Since when?
It's about an hour ago. Danzig talked me into it. Don't ask me how.
So what's this, your first official act?
Look, Harry, let's not make a big issue out of this. I know it's a dumb rule, but you're not supposed to deal with the students.
And what if I do? You gonna turn me in?
Hey, perfect symmetry. You turn me in, she turns you in. Now all we have to do is find somebody to turn Sarah in.
Well, why don't you do it, Charlie? I got more important things to do.
Harry! Thanks a lot.
That's nice, Stanley. That's nice. You could try using a little Jean Blue to bring out the color of the water. Okay?
Reese.
Harry.
Now. Something on your mind, Mr. Barnes?
Yeah. I don't know why you're doing this. You know I never hit you. I want you to go in there to Danzig and tell him the truth.
I already told Danzig what I have to say.
Okay, then tell me. Go ahead. Lie to me. Right to my face. You hit me. Damn. Tell Danzig I'm going home.
Come on, sign up here for the debating team. Don't you want to take some pride in your school? You do, don't you? Debating team. Debating team. Sign up for the debating team. How are you? Take some pride in your school. You should have some pride in your school. You know that? You really should. Come on, debating team. Hey. Debating team. Be safe.
What's in it for me?
Pride, man. School spirit and personal satisfaction.
I got that now.
Mr. Lippman, why did I get a D on a test you promised not to give?
I don't suppose you'd want to be on the debating team, would you?
Would I get a better grade on the test?
I might be able to arrange some extra credit, which would give you a better grade point average.
Mike, don't cut it.
You got it.
Who else is on the team anyway?
Well, I haven't made my final selection.
It's just me, right?
Right.
Don't worry, Mr. L. I'll put together a team for you. They won't be as good as me, but you'll have something.
Thanks, Roz. Hey, debating team. You up for it?
And if there's a dark spot right in the middle, that means that she's pregnant.
Oh, I think I got it now. Thanks a lot, Mr. Butterfield, and I'll put her in a net right after school.
Yeah. Butterfield?
Guppies. They get a dark spot behind the belly.
I know that. Birth. It's something, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
You hope to have kids someday?
Yeah, someday soon. See, if I had a wife, I'd have them tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah. So you want to grow up with your kids, you know, have them while you're young, play ball with them. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Look at all of this. Construction paper, oil paints in every color. Charcoal sticks. How did she do it?
It is a mystery, huh? Feldspar's been trying to get this stuff for months. Sarah comes in here, bingo, things start to happen.
My God, magenta red. Do you know how hard this is to get? You practically have to go to a Sotheby's auction.
Art supplies. So the boys downtown finally bent to my will. Requisitioning is an art form too, Miss Kelly.
Mr. Feldspar, what are you doing here? You should be at home in bed, resting.
Magenta red? I didn't order any magenta red.
Well, Sarah, Miss Newhouse kind of did.
Sarah did? What is Sarah doing ordering supplies?
She's kind of filling in for you.
Does Joe know about this?
It was Joe's idea. What the hell are you doing here? You just had surgery.
I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd stop by and see how things are going.
They're going great. Now go home. Get off your feet.
Good morning, Harris.
Don't you need me?
Of course we need you. But you just had surgery.
Please hold. Excuse me, Mr. Danzig. You have a phone call.
Social Services or Harry Barnes?
Neither, it's your wife.
Try them both again, will you? I'll take it to my office. Jack, take care of yourself. Go home.
If you say so.
I say so.
How did you get those supplies?
I asked for them.
More detail, please.
I kept making calls until I found people who could squeeze things loose. All right, I dealt, I bartered, I traded, I bypassed channels, I skirted the edge. Jack, don't you think you ought to go home?
Why does everybody keep trying to tell me to go home? I don't want to go home. This is my... That's not my lamp. What'd you do with my lamp? That's not my cactus.
This is only temporary, just until you can get back on your feet. It's just that everything's in such a mess now. What with your operation and Harry being suspended.
Harry suspended? Does Joe know about this?
What are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm making bread from scratch. It's gonna be great.
Great. It's gonna take an Army Corps of Engineers to clean up this place. Come on, Harry, I'm your sister, not your maid.
Hey, I'll do that. I'll do that.
What's that smell? Don't tell me. Beef bourguignon.
Yuck!
What do you mean, yuck? You love my beef bourguignon. What are you doing home from... What's he doing home from school anyway?
He's sick. What's your excuse?
Oh. Hey, Max, I think I left the TV on in the other room. You want to go check it for me? Attaboy. Hey, look. You remember when you caught Mike with that hooker up on 89th Street and you came to me in tears like the world had ended and wanted me to take you in? Did I have a lot of questions for you? Did I lecture you?
Yeah, you lectured me day and night. You told me what a loser he was, how I never should have married him in the first place.
Right. Well, did you like that?
Hated it.
You get the point?
A debate is one of man's oldest and most civilized forms of combat. It is the battlefield for the rational human being. It is the place for the calm presentation of our views. Something I'm sure all of us can do. That's why I chose you.
You didn't choose us. We're the only ones who wanted to do it.
And I couldn't have done better.
I thought there's supposed to be 5 of us. How can we win if we haven't got enough guys?
All right, now Miss Newhouse is sending over her star pupil even as we speak. Now, in the meantime, I have asked Miss Callahan to come over from the drama department and just give us a few tips on public speaking. Miss Callahan.
Thank you. First of all, I would just like to say how proud I am.
We're on lunchtime.
Okay. The most important thing about public speaking is being able to project. You mind standing? Now, public schools versus private schools, just off the top of your head.
Well, I don't know about these guys, but
I get a chance to go to a private school, I'm out of here.
Maybe we should discuss the concept of our side, their side first.
Anybody who says private schools are better bites.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're illin'.
Fuck yeah, man.
You Danny Graddick from Miss Newhouse Honors English?
Yeah, is this the team?
You are my nightmare.
You make me...
I'm what?
Yeah, we were just, you know, we're warming up. Hey, Danny Graddick. Nice meeting you, Mr. Lippman.
You think this is gonna work?
Wait a second, Danny.
He's not on our side.
You here for the debating team?
He's already on
Am I too late to join?
What, we're debating. Isn't this what you want?
Ties.
Look, I'll give you the
Your hair won't ever be able to stay the
This
same.
would be a
Come on,
debate. Let's talk about hair.
Come in. Leave the door open, Johnny.
So how come you transferred me out of your class?
Why do you think?
You're paying me back for the way I feel.
It's not your feelings. It's your behavior that's the problem.
I thought you liked me.
As a teacher likes a student.
That's all. What if Mr. Barnes wasn't in the picture?
Mr. Barnes has nothing to do with this. Why can't I make you understand this? You never should have come to my apartment that night.
If it wasn't for him, you and me would have been together.
That's not true. Johnny, I want you to tell Mr. Danzig the truth about who hit you.
I did, damn it! You think Mr. Barnes is so high and mighty that he couldn't hit me?
Johnny, sometimes we do things without realizing what the consequences are going to be.
Hey, don't talk to me like I'm some kid.
I want you to understand something. If you insist on going through with this, you're gonna know you've been in a fight.
Well, that's okay by me. I've been in plenty of fights. You still like me. I know you do.
If private education is used to perpetuate the privileges of the few, I'm not making it, am I?
I admire you, Henry. I really do. And we all do for working so hard. You know, you've given the others a real feel for what we're trying to get at here.
If I'm on the team, we can't win. Well, thanks, Mr. Lippman. See ya.
Henry, will you tell me something? Why is this so important to you?
Why is it so important to you?
I don't know. I guess it's because of the other team. They're smug, they're so self-righteous. Look, you can only be put down so much. And you have to prove to people what you're capable of.
Same here.
How many Reese's can you have in your files? No, I don't know how long they lived in this city. 2 years, 2 years.
Mr. Danzig?
How bad? Let me put it this way. I'd play nose guard against the fridge if I could have those files in my hands by tomorrow morning.
Mr. Danzig, this is important.
Hold on, please. So is this. What?
You have a call on the other line. It's about your wife.
My wife?
It's the hospital.
I called the doctor and he sent an ambulance.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, Joe.
What happened?
I almost lost it.
I would have regretted that.
Me too. You know, for two people who weren't sure we wanted to keep it, we're awfully sure we don't want to lose it.
You know what you're saying? Are you ready for people? For people saying, oh, what a beautiful grandchild.
Are we ready for the stairs during Lamaze class?
The mouse class. Can you feel that?
Thanks for the movie.
Thanks for the late supper.
Thanks for the dessert. You know, we didn't really have to go out. I wouldn't have minded an evening of just dessert.
Yeah, I know. I just was in the mood for a movie, some escapist fantasy.
I can't believe how expensive everything is. The cab, the tickets, the popcorn, $2 for a box of Juji fruits. And why'd you have to pay for everything?
What kind of fruit do you think those little green things really are?
Harry, it could be weeks before your hearing, maybe months. That's a long time to
Forget
do-
about it, Sarah.
It'd be a loan. You'd pay me back.
I haven't paid back my student loan yet. I'm not taking your money.
Come on, and you're too secure to give me any macho crap about not taking money from a woman.
Listen, you don't have to buy off your guilt.
I'm not trying to. What guilt?
See my other sock?
What guilt, Harry?
I'm sorry. But if you'd listen to me about that kid...
Oh, then maybe none of this would have happened.
Yeah, maybe.
He was my student. I was teaching him.
You were encouraging him.
Oh, and should I translate that seducing him?
Of course not. But you didn't use your head. I wanted to go to Danzig the day after Reese showed up here, and you stopped me.
They would have crucified that boy.
Oh, instead, he crucifies me, right?
And you helped him when you stormed out of that school.
What do you want me to do? You want to stay there and take it? Huh? Maybe we should just set up a pitch and dunk right there in the office and give kids balls when they come in so they can throw them at me. I'm a teacher, damn it!
Right, you are an innocent teacher and you're acting guilty as hell. I mean, even Charlie's coping and he is guilty as hell.
Yeah? I think I ought to go home.
You think that a lot lately.
You're gonna get in trouble, Daddy. Aunt Jeannie told you not to buy store brands anymore.
Well, Aunt Jeannie's not here right now.
How come you don't listen to her? He's trying to save money, Dumbo. He's a teacher, and teachers don't make diddly.
All right, you two, both of you, up to the table, okay?
We're forgotten men, Harry. Totally forgotten.
Eat your egg substitute, Jack.
22 years in the public school system. Couple of minor heart problems. They push you aside. There's no salt in these, is there? I can't have salt.
No, there's no salt. Isn't your wife a little bit worried about you being out and around so soon?
Of course she is. She's worried sick. But I told her my pal Harry's in trouble. He needs me. This isn't real butter, is it? I can't have butter.
I can't afford real butter. Hey, listen, you two, how would you like to take your plates out in the living room in front of the television set?
Aunt Jeannie will kill us.
Why does Aunt Jeannie have to know?
Adios.
Adios. Listen, Jack, I'd rather they didn't know anything about this problem.
What are you ashamed of? You didn't hit that boy. Besides, you must never walk away from a fight. Is this decaf? I can't have caffeine.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Nothing.
No salt, no butter, no caffeine. They save your life, then you have to ask yourself, is it worth living? I better get going. June's probably got another breakfast waiting for me. God knows what it is. You take care, Harry.
Take it easy, Jack.
Did you hit a boy, Daddy?
No, I didn't, son.
Then why did they fire you?
They didn't fire me.
Then why are you home all the time?
Harry, what are you doing here?
I work here.
Hey, wait a minute. What do you got there?
Nothing, just flowers.
Don't give me that nothing, just flowers. Who are they for?
Girl, you don't know her.
No, wait a minute. They're for that teacher, Newhouse.
Gotta go.
You're stupid, you know that? I don't know where a kid of mine ever got to be so stupid.
Not stupid.
No, you're smart. Do you think that a grown woman is gonna fall for a kid like you just because you brought her flowers?
I told you they're not for her.
Oh, maybe you want to marry her, huh? Hi, I'm Johnny Reese. Someday I'm going to inherit my dad's fruit truck. Would you marry me?
Shut up. Why don't you just shut up?
Hey, don't you ever tell me to shut up. Johnny? Johnny!
Mr. Reese, nice of you to drop by.
I'm sorry, I'm in a hurry.
So am I. My office, 15 minutes.
Hey, I'm not one of your students. I'm not going to jump just because you call.
This time I think it's better.
Why is that?
Because child beating is a criminal offense.
Where do you come off talking to me like that?
I come off this. The people at Social Services sent me your resume.
There's just one thing I want you to understand.
Interesting, you came all the way to school just to get the last word. Sarah Newhouse.
One moment, please. I can cope.
I already knew that. Now I gotta answer the phone. You gonna be okay?
It's either that or you'll see the film at 11.
Harry,
You're right about the last word.
Whatever it says in there, I love him.
I'm not saying you don't. He's your child. That's why I'm giving you the chance to make things right. I could press charges myself if you force me to.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I want the charges against Harry Barnes dropped.
I'm done.
I want you to turn Johnny over to Social Services until you begin professional help.
Hey, I don't need any professional help. Look, Johnny understands about these things. We worked them out. Ourselves. We always have.
Have you? Let's take a look. It's all in the file, Harry.
This kid's been through hell.
I know. But it's still no excuse for what he did to you. It's over.
No, it's not over. Not yet. Controller, yeah. Have you seen Reese?
Yeah, last period he was moving down the hall.
John Reese! Johnny!
Don't come near me, man.
Come on, John. Hey.
Don't touch me, man.
All right, okay, I won't touch you. It's okay.
It's okay, it's not okay. Did you ever laugh over those flowers? I bet you had a real good laugh about that.
Nobody's laughing at you, John.
I can't wait till you go down. She was the only one that cared about me, and you stopped it.
Nobody stopped anything. That was all in your head, Johnny. Just like me hitting you was in your head.
You're a liar.
Look, your father told Dan...
God, you're a liar! Come on. Hit me. That's what you want, isn't it?
No.
Come on!
No.
Hit me.
John, look.
Hit me. Hit me.
Come on, come on, come on. That's right. Get it out, let it out, get it out. Come on, kid. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, nobody gonna hit you anymore, kid.
And we are all equal under the law. Therefore, we all deserve an equal education. Thank you.
Killer up there.
Response, Darwin Prep.
Go get him, Aiken.
He good?
Yep.
You good?
Oh, yeah.
Too bad. You die.
It's interesting that my distinguished opponent should note that equality under the law requires equality in education. Because that has nothing to do with this debate. We're not arguing that the masses should be kept illiterate, although the public school system seems quite capable of doing just that. No. We argue that there must be a system for the above average, the gifted student. And that system, by the very nature of the wonderful clay it has to mold, is inherently superior. A society that fails to recognize and reward excellence will soon find itself reduced to the mediocrity of its lowest common denominator. Thank you.
Rebuttal, Harrison.
Real smooth, Aiken.
You can do it, Henry. Maybe.
The right to knowledge, it's not
You bastard! You think because I can't speak, I can't think? You treat us like we're dirt, but we're clay too. We become doctors and lawyers, and we have good teachers who care about us. Otherwise, how could a kid who talks like me get on the debating team? And education is no better than the student who receives it. And you are no better than us. The guy who this school was named after, Darwin, he stuttered.
It doesn't matter, Mary Kate, it doesn't matter.
Up next in TV Land, LA's heroic paramedics come to the rescue on Emergency from executive producer Jack Webb. You're correct. Stay tuned.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.